Music is the coolest shit, especially in video games. You can use it to convey emotion, fill in some silence, and sometimes the entire game is centered around music. Cough, cough, Rock Band. It's also a huge contributor to nostalgia. Whenever somebody remembers a game they played when they were younger, they always remember the music and how it's impacted them in their lives. It's bananas. I don't think I would like skating games nearly as much had it not been for all those bomb-ass songs I grew up listening to. It will always be such a huge contributor of my current taste of music. Fuck, man, I'm listening to this shit while I'm writing it. You get the point. But there's one franchise that, for me at least, stands out for its music and can seemingly create nostalgia out of nowhere. That franchise, if you haven't already guessed from the music, is Animal Crossing. And I have to start, of course, by crediting the guy who made all of this music, or at least is most known for it, Kazuma Totaka. I'm sorry, dude. I love you still. This man has made the music for literally every Animal Crossing to date, and has not slowed down in the slightest, and somehow perfectly encapsulating every track to fit the time you're currently in. So if you ever see this Kazuma, fuck, where's that sound familiar? Kazuma, oh, whatever. I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, and thank you very much for somehow making me nostalgic for a game I've never played. Now, if you weren't already able to tell, this video will have nothing to do with the design of the game, and will be very different from what I usually do. But if you like hearing a man rant about music in a game rated E for everyone, then you've come to the right place. I barely know anything about Animal Crossing. I've only played New Leaf, and even then, I only have a measly 40 hours on it. So how does it somehow make me tear up with the 1 AM soundtrack alone? Somehow it's one song that, no matter what I do, can and will unlock my deepest and darkest thoughts. It makes me think about the future and how scared I am of it. It takes me back to the night before Christmas. Oh yeah, it's gonna be one of these videos. Really soapy, sorry. Anyways, back to the song. It's really weird. I can put it on at any time, anywhere, and somehow get that thought like, I'm gonna die one day, you know? It's a song put at the perfect time, too. It's usually that time those thoughts start to ramp up and invade your brain, even when you're playing a game like New Leaf. It's put at such a perfect time, and then followed up with something as lighthearted and carefree as the 2 AM song. It's strategic. They don't want you to have a fucking existential crisis in the middle of playing Animal Crossing. So for the people playing hours on end in one session, they put in something to take your mind off the thoughts and back to the game. I feel like this comment is the best depiction of the song, and I don't think I've ever agreed with a comment more. Also this one. It's very rare that you have a song as depressing and thought-provoking as this one in your game. It might just be my favorite one in the game. You know, if 3 PM didn't exist. This was the first ever Animal Crossing song I've ever heard, and to this day I still think it's the best representation of Animal Crossing. It has this kind of vibe that makes you go, okay, get the fuck up. We're going fishing for an uncomfortable amount of time. Especially with that whole seaside vibe it gives off. It's kind of just made for fishing, and just listening to it makes me think I've magically been transported to Hawaii. There's not much to say to it except listen to it. All of them. They're great. And all of them fit perfectly with the time they're placed in. Also, fun fact, the comment section for Animal Crossing music is literally the nicest place in the world. It's actual facts. Look, it says it right here. I know this was a short video, but I really wanted to talk about this, and mostly just an excuse to talk about 1 AM. I've been wanting to talk about this ever since I started the channel. I just didn't know how to go about it until recently while I was writing part 1 of the Immersion series. These games are just so fucking good at making nostalgia out of nothing, and will forever have a place in my heart for no reason at all. You wanna know how much nostalgia these games can conjure up? I have never played New Horizons in my life. I don't even want to fucking play it. But somehow the intro makes me tear up and get nostalgic. Like, it came out 2 months ago. I digress. It was really fun to write this, and I hope you had as much fun watching it. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. I love you. Okay, bye.